What's up, everybody? This is Jimmy with Trading Decoded. It is August 11th, 2025. And, well, for the hours that we trade, it was kind of risque, a little boring, dangerous, not so comforting, not very easy to be confident in what you're doing, especially after the first hour of the day or so. But, well, there wasn't much to do. And the beauty here is the pre-market was screaming at us, telling us that there might be rough waters ahead. With that said, we're going to get into it. It's not going to be a very long video, but before we get started, consider buying my book. It is right here. Get the ebook if you want. Otherwise, hard copy is available. Also, if you'd like to join our Discord community, well, we'd love to have you. The links to do so are down below. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it and take a look at what we found to trade. If we took a trade, I did. I took one. Was not a very big win. Well, where's the, well, let's see here. What's going on? Ah, here we are. Ooh, this looks weird. I'm sorry. I switched over to a 4K monitor, and the resolution on it is different. So I hope this works. Right now it's centered on the screen for you guys, but it's way off to the left for me. And you cannot see. Oh, please hold. Let me change the resolution. All right, here. Hmm. 1920 by 1080. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I can see your beautiful faces. Sorry about that. Okay. Back to normal. With that said, this morning, the market was screaming at us that it might be a difficult day. And what were we thinking about being a problem? Well, number one, there was no catalyst, no reports, no nothing. Number two, well, the pre-market was very, very low volume, not very enticing as far as, well, things to look for. We did do our customary call put scenario. We were looking for puts below 574.35, only looking for about a 30-cent move down to the next line, which is 574.03. For the upside, we had a call line, which you can't see very well, but it's right here at 575.35, hoping for that move to continue up to at least the pre-market high for Qs rather. Wasn't looking to be super aggressive, but at the same time, my patience runs very thin. And if I wouldn't have taken this trade at this point, I wouldn't have taken any trade. It ended up being like 16.09% win. Not a huge winner, triple digit day for me, which is good, but it's not what I've become average to. But at the same time, I wasn't really comfortable doing it anyway. I'll tell you why we did what we did. Many people took it, many people didn't, and that's okay. For me, we were at a resistance level here on the Qs. SPY was coming off lower highs, and at the time, I know it doesn't seem this way because it definitely didn't close this way, ADD was red, okay? Not by a lot, but resistance, lower highs, trending down into the open on both charts, looking to break support, expecting the next support. All of that worked out. Was not a huge move. Got a little uncomfortable the 2 minutes after we got into the trade because, well, Qs were struggling to get down to that line, but maintaining that level of support as a resistance level. And as a result, got to stay in the trade until we broke down to this target. There was a little bit more to take if you held on a little longer. I did not because, well, quite frankly, I felt like I shouldn't be taking any trades today simply because when there's no volume and the expected move today, even though I know it never stays within this range, but it's a good indicator of what volatility is going to be like. It was a 28-cent expected range today on SPY, which is garbage. Usually means low expected volatility, which means contracts aren't going to move much in value. Today was no different. They didn't move very much despite the size of the move on the charts. Enough to make some money, but not enough to sing home to mama about. again, coming into the market in a very tight range, no catalysts. It was just a rough day. Then when you did have catalysts, or when you had movement on the Qs, ADD was going the opposite way, so we didn't have confluence. SPY was in a pretty tight range for the majority of the day, and when it finally got out of that range, it was moving so slow that theta started to become more of an issue that you had to worry about, and crazy pullbacks that seemed to come out of nowhere. Now, it wasn't until about 10 minutes before I was getting off the mic that Steven, if you know, you know, started to make some moves. We called out the majority of this move to the upside, expecting to get through resistance A because ADD is printing green. If it gets through that, it's going here, and so on and so forth. I was not on the mic to walk people through these trades after 12 o'clock. I got off abruptly at 12 o'clock just because, well, by then we were all fried and ready to be done. Anyway, now if you stayed on and trade a little bit later, you may have had better opportunities to make some money. And if you are that person, I hope you did. We still respected some levels on the way down. We continue to make lower highs in downtrends, and I'm sure there's more support levels below this orange line that are not marked because, well, we didn't get out of them until after I got off the mic. SPY did get all the way down to its yesterday's low of day, which is right here, is where it stopped. And that was that. Today was a tough day. Now, tomorrow we've got a ton of catalysts, and I think the market was kind of waiting for that. So hopefully, the reports tomorrow, good or bad, as day traders, we don't really care, just as long as it makes the market move. We hope that it makes the market move up or down. I'm good with either way. Just give me an opportunity to get in, make a little bit of money, and, well, that'll be it. If you lost your booty today, it's understandable. But the key point to take note of today, and this was the important point, and the chart tells us when this is going to happen, likely. You go back and you look at rough days in the market, especially tighter ranging days or slow moving days, almost always the pre-market was a precursor to that. When you couple the pre-market lack of movement, the low volume, and the fact that the expected market maker's expected range is so low, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. We hope that we're wrong in that assessment today. I wouldn't say that we were. And then when the chart did start to move a little bit more, by then your confidence in the chart was already wrecked. And that makes it even more difficult to take a trade with confidence. And when you take a trade with confidence, if it wins, you feel more like you got lucky. And if it loses, you feel like you shouldn't have done what you did because, well, you shouldn't have. If you're lacking confidence in your trades, guys, it's usually because there's a reason for that. Your body knows, you know, when you should and shouldn't be doing anything, whether it's trading related or not. And that's why you feel weird when you're about to do something you're not supposed to be doing. And lacking confidence in a trade is the start of that feeling. So if you feel that creeping up on you, there's a good reason for it usually. Even if it's because you've done enough damage to your account leading up to that moment. Also, scale down, skip a day, take some time away from the charts. Whatever it is, don't get yourself caught up in the moment, because when you do, we become Holden Hopers, and, well, things can get really south really fast that way. So without bothering you anymore, I'm going to recommend that you consider buying my book, which is right here. I'm also going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it. If you'd like to join our Discord community, I'd also love to have you. We're on the microphone from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. every single day that the market is open. And on days that there are trades to take, we find them. And on days that there are not things to do with confidence, well, we talk about anything but trades because, well, we're all degenerates, and it's very easy to pull the trigger on a trade when you're bored or when you've done nothing because the chart's telling you you should do nothing. That's how we get ourselves in trouble. With that said, I hope you all had an enjoyable day. Happy Monday. Happy back to school day. And till tomorrow, I love you guys. See you.